This week, my Moms in Prayer group at our school spent time praying over the topic of unforgiveness. Anything that could be causing dissension or blocking intimacy with one another, with the Lord, causing problems in our community, things like that. And I felt like it was just such a beautiful and powerful experience. But for me, it wasn't necessarily that I felt convicted that I was holding back forgiveness, but that the Lord has promised us in Genesis that, He promised Abraham that those you bless will be blessed. I felt like the Lord had called me to bless those who I have felt offended by, that I had I had withheld blessing from them, basically. And so I spent time, I have a list of people who just popped in my mind that the Lord who had offended me, that the Lord had called me to pray for. And so I just spent time, for the first people, which obviously I'm not going to say who they are, but Lord, I pray you surround them with a favor as with a shield, like it says in Psalms 5:12. Make them glad with joy of your presence. This is the second person, Psalms 21:6. The next people, save them and be their shepherd and carry them forever. Psalms 28:9. Give them strength because they are your people. Bless your son, bless your daughter with peace. Psalms 29:11. Forgive their transgressions, cover their sin, and may they experience the blessing and the weight of their sin being lifted. Psalms 32:1-2. And, I was thinking about forgiveness and how the Lord tells us not only if we don't forgive that he won't forgive us, but he also commands us in Colossians 3:13 to bear with each other and forgive one another. And if any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. And when God gives us a command, it is for our good, not necessarily the good of the person that's going to receive the forgiveness, but for mine. Because unforgiveness is, they say it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness doesn't mean that I am saying what they did was okay. Forgiveness is me stopping that offense from hurting me any further. And when we turn and then pray and bless that person, we have no idea what the Lord could do. I look back at my life on the times that people have forgiven me. And for example, when God forgives us and we become a family member, there is blessing to being forgiven and blessing to forgive. So that's my challenge for you. Is there any unforgiveness that is withholding blessing from you or another? Pray about it, be honest, and only good can come from forgiveness.